Hi, this is Jessica, the Armless Pilot. A couple days ago, the story of my filing a complaint against Universal Studios Orlando went public. We received a lot of responses, some supportive, some critical, and so I decided to make this video to answer some of those questions and address some of the assumptions that were posted online. To be clear, Universal's restrictions have barred me from every ride at the park, including the little kiddie rides. I feel strongly about this, not just as a disability advocate, but also as somebody who enjoys theme parks and roller coasters. Let's back up a little. As a school kid and college student, I used to ride all the rides at Universal Studios Hollywood without any restrictions. However, in 2011, Sergeant Heckmeyer, an Iraq war veteran who lost both legs and part of his hip to an IED, was ejected from a roller coaster in New York. Shortly thereafter, other major theme parks implemented new guidelines for amputees. I'll get back to this in a minute. Fast forward to November 2015 when I was in Orlando to deliver a speech. My husband Patrick and I had a free day, so we went to visit Universal Studios Florida. We went to guest services to check in and get a rider's guide for people with disabilities. When we got to the first ride, the Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket, the rider's guide said I had to be able to hold on with one upper extremity. I thought, fine, I'll sit this one out and just ride the next one. And then as we went from ride to ride, I discovered to my dismay that I couldn't ride anything. Not even the Kiddie Twirl and Hurl ride or the Shrek 4D moving seats. Universal had put the same broad grip restriction on all the rides. I attempted to speak with Universal about this, but I was told that they are required to follow their manufacturer guidelines and there was nothing they could do. In February, just 3 months later, I was back in Orlando to deliver another speech and set some time aside to meet with another little girl who didn't have arms. We learned that Disney's Hollywood Studios did not have the same grip restrictions, and so we thought it would be a good place to go, especially after my experience at Universal. It turns out that none of the rides that Disney operates at any of their theme parks require the rider to grip onto the handlebar. It seemed illogical to me that Universal wouldn't allow me on any of the rides while Disney allowed me on all the rides. So with some legal help, I filed a complaint with the Florida Commission on Human Relations. There are two important points about an administrative complaint. First, it is not a lawsuit, and second, there is no monetary award. If I were to win, Universal will have to reverse its policy, which is all I'm trying to do here, but I won't be buying a new house in the Hamptons. I don't know why Sergeant Heckmeyer was ejected from a roller coaster, but I can see how generalizations about amputees has led to the requirement that you have to have at least one natural extremity holding on. But you should never compare the safety of someone without legs to the safety of someone without arms. According to industry guidelines, restraints on a ride have to hold a person in whether or not they in turn hold onto the ride. The way the harness and seat are built have to prevent riders from sliding out. They also have to restrain the lower body. These industry standards have no safety guidelines that require arms or being able to hold on. The Americans with Disabilities Act allows restrictions that bar people with disabilities only if they face actual risk. In this situation, industry guidelines don't require that you actually grip. I can also safely ride identical rides at Disneyland. Universal, though, insists that their grip restriction is based on manufacturer guidelines for safety, but thus far they have not produced those guidelines nor evidence of risk. In researching for my complaint, we could not find any instance of someone without arms being injured on a roller coaster. In the end, my ride experience is no different from someone who rides with their hands up. If holding on were part of the safety requirement, Universal would not let people wave their hands in the air. So to sum up, if I am a past rider, safe in the restraint, able to ride the same rides at Disney, and Universal cannot show any evidence of risk, then Universal should let me and other people without arms ride their attractions. My whole life has been about proving assumptions wrong, and you cannot create safety guidelines based on generalizations and assumptions. This is not just about me, it's about other people with arm and hand differences. Thanks for watching. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos and visit jessicacox.com.